Misunderstanding. Anjali and Raj had been married for 5 years. Their marriage had been mostly peaceful, filled with love and laughter. However, like any couple, they sometimes had disagreements. One particular misunderstanding, though, would test their relationship like never before. Raj was a hard-working man who spent long hours at his office. He was dedicated to his job and always made sure that Anjali and their home were well provided for. Anjali, on the other hand, worked from home as a freelance designer. This allowed her to take care of the house and spend more time on her hobbies, but it also made her feel lonely when Raj wasn't around. Lately, Raj had been working on a big project, and this meant he spent even more time at the office. Anjali noticed that Raj would come home late, tired, and sometimes even stressed. He no longer spent time with her like he used to. They barely had dinner together, and Raj seemed preoccupied with his phone or laptop even when he was home. Anjali started feeling neglected. She missed the days when they would watch movies together, go for long drives, or simply talk about their day. Now, it felt like Raj was a stranger in their own home. She tried to bring it up with him, but Raj would brush it off, saying, "It's just work, Anjali. Things will get better soon." One evening, Anjali was cleaning the house when she noticed something unusual. She found a small receipt from a restaurant she didn't recognize, hidden in Raj's wallet. The receipt showed a dinner for two at a fancy place, one that they had never been to together. Anjali's heart sunk. Questions filled her mind. Asterisk, why would Raj go to a fancy restaurant without me? Who did he go with? Asterisk. She tried to calm herself down, but her mind raced with doubts. Over the next few days, Anjali became more observant. She noticed Raj texting late at night, smiling at his phone, and taking calls in a hushed voice. She couldn't help but wonder if there was someone else in his life. The tension in the house grew. Anjali became distant and cold toward Raj. She would barely talk to him, and when she did, it was brief and formal. Raj noticed the change but didn't understand why. He thought Anjali was just upset because he was working long hours, so he didn't push her to talk. One evening, Anjali couldn't hold her feelings in anymore. She confronted Raj while they were sitting at the dinner table. "Raj, I need to ask you something," Anjali said, her voice trembling. "Where have you been going lately? And who are you always texting?" Raj looked at her, confused. "What do you mean, Anjali? I've been at work, and you know that." "Then explain this," Anjali said, pulling out the receipt she had found in his wallet. "Who did you have dinner with at this fancy restaurant? You never told me about this." Raj's eyes widened in surprise as he looked at the receipt. He suddenly remembered the dinner and realized what had happened. "Anjali, this was just a business dinner. My boss and I went to meet a potential client. That's why I didn't mention it, I didn't think it was important." Anjali's face softened, but she still felt uneasy. "Then why have you been so distant lately? Why are you always on your phone, smiling and texting? It feels like you're hiding something from me." Raj sighed, realizing how his actions must have looked to her. "I'm sorry, Anjali. I should have explained everything. The project I'm working on is huge, and I've been stressed about it." I've been texting with my colleagues and my boss, trying to coordinate things. The smiles were just relief when something went right. Anjali felt a wave of guilt wash over her. She had jumped to conclusions without asking Raj what was really going on. Tears welled up in her eyes as she said, "I'm sorry, Raj. I thought, I thought you didn't care about us anymore. I was scared that I was losing you." Raj reached out and took her hand. "You're not losing me, Anjali. I love you, and I've been working hard so we can have a better future together. I didn't realize how much my work was affecting our relationship. I should have talked to you." Anjali wiped her tears and nodded. "I should have talked to you, too. Instead of letting my fears get the best of me, I should have trusted you." The couple sat in silence for a moment, both realizing how close they had come to letting a simple misunderstanding create a gap between them. Raj stood up and pulled Anjali into a hug. "From now on, I promise to be more present. No more late nights at work unless it's absolutely necessary. We'll spend more time together like we used to." Anjali smiled, feeling relieved and grateful. "And I promise to trust you and not jump to conclusions. We need to talk more openly with each other." From that day on, Raj and Anjali made a conscious effort to improve their communication. They went back to their old habits of having dinner together, taking walks in the evening, and spending quality time with each other. Whenever Raj had a work commitment, he made sure to explain it to Anjali so she wouldn't feel left out or worried. The experience taught them both an important lesson: communication and trust are the foundation of any relationship. They realized that misunderstandings can easily arise if they don't take the time to talk and understand each other's perspectives. In the end, the small misunderstanding that almost drove them apart only made their relationship stronger. Raj and Anjali learned to be patient with each other, to listen more carefully, and to never take their love for granted. Misunderstandings can cause unnecessary pain in relationships. Always communicate openly and trust each other to avoid assumptions.